Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Had a bit of a week of close but no cigar, wasn't it? A couple of the horses raced really well. I'm very proud of the way the horses are racing at the moment. They're all going really well and being competitive. Took a little first starter up to Ararat called One Penny Red, and I thought he was very brave. He sort of we revved him out of the gates from barrier one with the blinkers on, and he really sort of sailed along and went very, very quick, and probably had every chance to sort of carve up and stop, but to his credit he sort of kept running and battled on for third. Just ridden a little bit sort of more quietly earlier. I've no doubt he'll be right around about the mark his next start. Might even take him up to Kilmore Cup Day on Sunday week, but nice horse. He's going to go places, that horse, and I really like him. Prince Ziggy. Ziggy did what he always does, tried his little guts out. We jumped him from 58 grade up to 70 grade, so he drops a couple of kilos in weight, and he was very, very brave, and probably just got beaten by a horse that sort of outstayed him a little bit. The horse that won the races won at Caulfield over 2400 and probably just sploused him late, but he's going really, really well. Might even give that little horse, drop him back to 64 grade and take him to the Valley next Friday night as a little 2040 metre 64. You would think his pattern of racing, sort of sitting up on the speed and sort of dropping back to 64 grade, he'll be right around at the mark there, and certainly he can't be going any better, so he gets his chance. Mutanaaseq, yeah, he was very brave. Robbo come back and said, I was just in front for too long. He sort of straightened up and hit the front, and you know, he had the full length of the straight and Bendigo to hang on, and the winner ended up just blousing him late. But he's had 6 starts for 3 seconds now, so obviously he's going to get his turn in not too distant future. Just got to toss up whether he's going to probably need gelding, that horse, I would think. Just toss up whether we geld him now and put him out, or whether we sort of keep going and squeeze another run out of him, but probably going to lean towards giving him a break, but he's done a really, really good job, that little horse. Runners this week. I'm just about to hop in the car and go down to Pakenham. I'm going to take Manza down there and see how he goes. Goes up to the 2000 metres. He's run a couple of placings his first couple of starts, so he probably gets his chance today. Interesting to see how he goes when he gets to 2000 metres. Duke of Oz had no luck in his last 2 starts, and he goes to Seymour today as well. And Chopsticks are probably a bit similar, isn't he? He's been getting back running home, so he's drawn barrier 1 today, so he probably gets his chance to sort of show something too. Probably 3 horses have all got half a chance, just need a bit of luck. Runners rest of the week. Macrobius, now he's just tossing up what we're going to do with him. We've blinkered him up and brought him back to the mile. I'm going to take him to the Valley and run him in his grade and just sort of see exactly where we're at. He's at that really difficult sort of rating where he's probably not good enough to sort of run in those better graded races in town, but he gets too much weight to sort of go to the country, so he's in that really difficult in-between sort of rating. So he's going to try and change his racing pattern a little bit, blinker him up and see how we go over a mile with him rather than the 1.25 miles, 1.5 miles we've been going with him, and sort of see how that works out for him. Yeah, now Saturday, all roads lead to Dunkeld. Probably if you're going to go to 1 race meeting a year in the country, you go to Dunkeld. It's as good as you get. So hopefully see a few people down there. Okay, we'll have 3 runners down there. We'll take a first starter called Hums. He's a full brother to Aloof. He's probably going to be similar to Aloof, I would think, that he's going to show good gate speed. I see in the form of the races about that 3 or 4 that led their last start, so there's going to be a lot of pressure. He's drawn barrier 3, so he gets his chance to sort of jump, hold his spot, and if they're going to cross him, they're going to have to work to cross him. So Dunkeld's sort of an on-speed track, so it's probably why there's other horses are there as well. But he's going good. He gets every chance. Can't be any happy with him. He's a very fit, healthy, sound horse, so there'll be no guessing there. In a stride, he'll get ridden aggressively. Needs to be forward in his races. He's not fast enough to sort of sit back and make a big swoop around him. He needs to be up on speed and ridden aggressively. Very, very fit and hard, that horse, so he needs to be, the rider will be given very strict instructions to go forward, and even if he can't lead first time past the post, maybe take it up when he gets along the back. Moot, now Moot can't be going any better. I expect Moot to be very hard to beat at Dunkeld. If the race doesn't look overly strong compared to what he's been racing in, he's definitely come on. We think this is probably as good as I've had him this prep, so I expect him to be really good. So take 3 really nice live chances down to Dunkeld, and cross our fingers, because it's an absolute massive day down there.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is a staying horse called Crafty Lion. He's got him for a couple of starts last prep. He come from a city stable. He had pretty good sort of maiden form over a trip. He'd sort of bowl along in front and just couldn't hold on for one. But he's had a spell. He's come back, and yeah, he seems to have improved a bit on the training track. He'll probably run first up over 1600. I think Kilmore Cup Day, I think he's going to go to, and then yeah, he should run a cheeky race there, and then he'll get up to a trip that's a bit more suitable over 2000 metres. and beyond. But yeah, I certainly think with the way he's been galloping up the track, he's certainly improved a bit, and yeah, I certainly think he'll be sharp enough to run a cheeky race over 1600.
Hi guys, this past weekend at Geelong, horse I ran second on before, Medicine Ball, nearly got the job done again. He ran second again. He's definitely knocking on the door. Next start he'll go to Seymour Monday week over 2000. Hopefully he can go that one better. For the week ahead now, we're going to Kyneton on Friday just for the one ride there, and going to Cranbourne on Saturday night, first time riding at Cranbourne. We've got 2 rides there, so that's all for the week so far. Hopefully we can pick up a few rides at either Geelong or Donald on Sunday, and hopefully we've got a winner or two to talk about next week.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Yeah, it's Spring Carnival done and dusted. It's quite amazing, the Spring Carnival. It still sort of lingers on, doesn't it? It's sort of, we've got Zipping Classic this week, which Sartorius won a few years ago, which was great. Got the Ballarat Cup, got Kilmore Cup, still got plenty sort of happening. Geez, it's massive, this Spring Carnival. Good to see the Battlers won the Melbourne Cup. That was good. Interesting to see John Hawkes actually asked for the prize money for the Melbourne Cup to be increased, just so it can go overseas. That's pretty clever. One of the things I thought was an interesting thing, the Andrew Ramsden's now an exemption race for the Melbourne Cup. So if you've got a horse in May in Australia and you win it, you get an exemption to the Melbourne Cup. I think that's a great initiative. Sort of, if at least you get one, probably the most live chance of one of the locals, well, certainly a trainer like myself, if I've got something that's going okay, to get a chance to run in a Melbourne Cup. I think that's a really good option. So hopefully they bring out another couple of races that allow the locals to sort of get into the race, because it's certainly you can sort of see on the weekend, on Melbourne Cup Day, how far behind the Europeans we are. So the more runners in it, the more live chance the locals have got of winning it, I suppose. Until next week, see you later. Actually, that's not right. Where did he run? He ran third. He did run third. Yeah, he did run third. Start again.
I didn't like how I finished that.